won't stop till I hear him say,
Alrighty, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another CYPRX video breakdown. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you all to take a second. This is going to be a massive video breakdown. Close your eyes and just listen to my voice. Picture this. The world is in chaos and all countries have decided to abandon the US dollar as the global reserve currency. The once mighty dollar is now being tossed aside like a piece of worthless paper, and the consequences for the US economy and its citizens are catastrophic. Inflation runs rampant as the value of the dollar plummets to historic lows. Prices for basic goods and services skyrocket, leaving the average citizen struggling to make ends meet. The cost of imports surges, making foreign goods unaffordable and exasperating the already dire economic situation. The US economy is now in a downward spiral, with businesses going bankrupt and the unemployment rates soaring. The once prosperous American dream is now a distant memory, as people struggle to find work and provide for their families. The government, unable to borrow money from other countries, is forced to print more dollars, leading to even higher inflation and further economic collapse. As the US loses its status as the world reserve currency, the global financial system is thrown into chaos. The US no longer has power and influence that it once had, and other countries begin to take advantage of its weakened state. The world order is now in turmoil, and the US is no longer at the top. In this scenario, the US economy and citizens face a catastrophic and devastating future. The once powerful and prosperous nation is now a shadow of its former self, struggling to survive in a world that has moved on without it. I cannot stress enough, have you all seen the headlines breaking that are not going mainstream? We see this article here to start this off. In today's video breakdown, ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed this type of in-depth content, make sure that you smash that thumbs up and subscribe. If you can't already tell on what it is that we're going to be discussing and talking about, this major financial collapse that we are on the brink of, I mean, literally on the edge of our seats, waiting for this to take place. Now, when I say on the edge of our seats, you cannot predict the timing of this catastrophic event that is about to happen in the world. However, within the next 1 to 3 years, in my personal opinion, the scenario that I just laid out for you all at the beginning of this video is most likely going to take place. Look at some of these headlines, for example. More nations plan to ditch the US dollar. This came out January 24th, 2023. And just today, we have seen a major announcement. This came out March 29th, 2023. China and Brazil strike a deal to ditch the dollar for trade. Now, think about the scenario that I just ran you all through in your head surrounding these headlines. Why is the mainstream not warning people? Why are government entities not warning people? Why are politicians not warning people on what is about to take place? Now, personally, you could come up with many speculative reasons as to why governmental entities, mainstream media, and politicians are not broadly warning the general public about these announcements. Now, I want to take your attention to some very interesting tweets before I go into detail explaining to you all our current financial system from my personal perspective. This is a tweet from Jeremy Hogan I found very interesting. He goes on to say, it's almost as if the worse the news is for the traditional financial system, the better the news is for XRP and Bitcoin. Maybe the people have taken the narrative away from the Federal Reserve or the bankers, but what do I know? And he goes on to display this current and recent price pump that we've all just experienced in XRP. I want to take your attention while I'm explaining the current state of the financial markets and how we've been lied to. Make sure that you keep this tweet in the back of your mind. Central banks are now criticizing credit defaults, swaps, yet say nothing about the danger of derivatives markets. Real fast before we go into my breakdown, I want you all to start thinking about something, and it is that, number one, the national value of outstanding over-the-counter OTC derivatives is probably most likely, because this came out at the end of June 2022, over $632 trillion. Okay. I said to you guys in a tweet just yesterday, people do not like being told that we are actually slaves of the continuing chain of ancient feudal elites who think they have the divine right of kings to rule over us. Take everything into consideration so far that I've shown you in this video breakdown, the catastrophic scenario that could potentially play out if all of these countries decide to ditch their US dollar at once, which is what, as of right now, it seems like is about to happen. With that being said, everything we are taught and know about the world financial system imposed on us is wrong. This has been explained by many other people from all walks of life, but has been restricted from news and educational institutions to keep us in the dark. At the very top of the pyramid, we have the owners. Underneath of that, we have central bankers, the Federal Reserve, ECB, Bank of England, Bank of Japan, central bankers. Then underneath of that, we have the commercial banks, the elite banking layer. Underneath of that, we have multinational corporations. And all the way down at the very bottom of the totem, we have wage earners, debt, and taxpayers. You all need to understand that our money system is not what we have been led to believe. People truly need to wake up now more than ever to understand that the creation of money has been privatized or taken over by private money lenders. President Thomas Jefferson called them bold and bankrupt adventurers just pretending to have money. Except for coins, all of our money is now created as loans advanced by private banking institutions, including the privately owned Federal Reserve. If you have not taken the time to read the book The Creature from Jekyll Island by Edward Griffin, I highly suggest that you all take it upon yourself to further educate yourselves and your family members. Banks create the principal but not the interest to serve their loans. To find the interest, new loans must continually be taken out, expanding the money supply, inflating prices, and robbing you of the value of your money. Not only is virtually the entire money supply created privately by banks, but a mere handful of very big banks are responsible for a massive investment scheme known as derivatives, which now tallies in at hundreds of trillions of dollars, like I showed you all, over $600 trillion as of June 2022. The banking system has been contrived so that these big banks always get bailed out by the taxpayers from their risky ventures, but the scheme has reached its mathematical limit. And if you can't already tell with what's going on in the banking system, and if you think that this is bad, this is just the beginning. So buckle your seatbelt, because it's about to get so much more severe over the next couple of years. Now, the current monetary financial system is an organized crime scheme. It has nothing to do with free markets and has everything to do with illegitimate debt slavery and captive usury markets. It is by design that the rich get richer and the poor get poorer, not by accident. That is something that we've been attempting to convey to individuals on our CYPRX platforms for the longest time. Wars are the mega harvest of the elite bankers and their stooges. When you understand all of this information, you will come to the conclusion that the whole global financial system is a Ponzi scheme. The bankers get to issue the world currency, keep the highest standard of living and military power in that country, which used to be the United Kingdom, now is currently the US as the global reserve currency, and all of that is about to unfold and change rapidly right before our eyes. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, again, I cannot stress enough to do research, on investing in real assets that provide liquidity outside of the banking system. I've been attempting to convey that message to individuals for quite some time across all the CYPRX platforms. This happened years ago that I started to convey this message, and now you all are starting to see the headlines sweep the news. Again, once the systematic shock is ready and put in place, only after it has happened will the mainstream media cover it. You will not be warned. Influencers like myself and others out there that create this type of content, we do our research for a reason. And that is that hopefully we can reach individuals like yourselves that take it upon yourselves to further educate, to hopefully protect your family and your friends throughout this economic turmoil that we are all about to experience, not only here in the United States, but as a globe. Many blessings to you all. As always, I cannot stress enough to do your own personal research. I'm not telling you guys to go out there and buy physical real world assets. Personally, what I like to invest in is physical platinum, gold, and silver. As always, be cognizant, be safe out there. Please be aware, pay attention to detail, protect yourselves, and I will see you all in the next video breakdown.
I won't stop till I hear him say